Hello, and a very warm welcome to our training program on blog writing. I'm Irfan Nawari, and it will be our third session of our training program, the Blogger Zone. In the previous two programs, what we have learned so far was number one, what are the blogs? Then, what are the most trending topics on which you can write your blogs? How you can choose your topic, the topic of your choice, the topic for which you are more passionate. That can be your topic. Then we learn the pre-planning techniques. Once you have data available with you, then how you plan that data, how you plan those ingredients, and then we learned how to create different attractive hooks, how you start, how you give your write-up, a blog or an article, a start. So these were the topics that we have covered. For going into details, you can watch our previous two programs. So what are we going to learn today? In today's program, we will be learning persuasive writing. What is persuasive writing? What is persuasion or a persuasive writing? To persuade is one of the purposes of writing a blog or an article so that we can convince or persuade our readers to the point of view which we want to be, we want to highlight through that write-up. So as we said, why we are learning it as part of this course, because one of the purposes of writing your blog or your article is to convince the readers. So that is why we have included persuasive writing in this course. So what are the modes of persuasion? Aristotelian modes we are discussing here today. You need to remember three words. One is logos, ethos. First is ethos, then logos, and third is pathos. Ethos, logos, and pathos. So they are the three modes. Are they very complex? They look very complex. They look that as per the terms, it looks very complex, but once you know it, you would know that most of these techniques, most of these modes, they are very commonly used in media. You would see them in your advertisements. You would see them being used in different in different TV shows. You would see them in the writings of different writers. Similarly, in your everyday life, you might be applying many of these modes without knowing that you are using them. So let's discuss what they are. First, ethos. What are ethos? Ethos, it is a Greek word meaning character. It focuses on credibility and trustworthiness of the author. We tend to believe people we have respect for and have authority. What it actually means? It means that when you are writing, a writer, when they link their identity with the topic, the idea they are going to write, once they link their identity, for example, if it is a doctor who is writing about some remedy, without identifying himself or herself, if he writes, we might consider them as a layman. But if a doctor is saying something and they link themselves that being a doctor, I have been practicing this remedy, maybe that's a very common remedy, you would tend to believe more. Similarly, if there is a teacher and a teacher is writing about teaching techniques, if he or she says that I have 20 years of experience, and through my experience, I can tell you that this is the best method, you would believe more. Similarly, if there is a journalist and he says that this and this information, I can verify it. So that is how you link your identity, and hence it makes your writing more credible. The second concept is logos. This Greek word means logic. So this is another technique where what you do is that you give some reasoning, solid reasoning. You use facts, you use figures and facts to convince your reader. For example, you can quote different researches. Like, here's an example. A recent research conducted at Harvard University states that multilingual individuals are intellectually more sound as compared to monolinguals. So here what you are doing, that you are quoting a research from an institute, an esteemed institute. So this is another way that you quote some figure, you quote some facts, you quote some research, so that the reader believes more in you. Then the third concept, this is another very important concept, and you would easily, you can relate it many times in your daily everyday life. It's a Greek word which means suffering or experience. So here what you do, that you persuade somebody affecting the emotional response of the reader. So here what you do is that you evoke the feelings of the reader. That may be the feelings of happiness, that may be the feelings of anger or sadness. You evoke the feelings. Like in this case, in this example, you would see that a mother of a slow learner child can understand the agony of encountering constant struggle and repetitive failure. Here what you are doing is that you are evoking the emotions of a mother, that how a mother feels. So this is how these three concepts, very easy concepts, you would see that they are applied in your everyday life. Let me repeat those for your convenience. One is ethos, second one is logos, third one is pathos. What are ethos? In ethos, what you do is that you link the character of the author. The author himself links his traits. Like in our case, what their identity they have linked here. Like in this case, there's a doctor who is giving us a remedy of some common disease. Similarly, a teacher, a journalist, a student. So when you link your identity with the topic and your experience, this is how you become more credible and more persuasive. The second concept was by using logic. That logic can be a research, that logic can be quoting some facts and figures. The third was pathos. In pathos, what you do is that you affect the emotional response of the reader. You evoke the feelings. Those feelings can be the feelings of happiness, anger, sadness. In this example, where a mother, we have said that if it is a mother and who has a slow learner child, she can tell you the feelings, how she feels. So you could see that these examples in your everyday life, many times you would be using them. You would see in many ads, like in ads of toothpaste, they are showing that it's a dentist. Why they are showing that dentist? That because this is how they are linking the identity of the person with the topic. Similarly, in other ads, you would be seeing that it is either they are using one technique or the other or the third technique in convincing you. So you can use all of these in your writing when you are writing a persuasive piece. We have for your you can we have identified some examples here. You can give the answers in the comment box. One of the examples we have, please identify which mode is it. Here is, as a doctor, I am qualified to tell you that this course of treatment will likely generate the best results. So you would have to identify which mode it is. Is it athos, logos, or pathos? Then another one, doctors all over the world recommend this type of treatment. Please give your comments and try to identify which mode is used here. Another one, bit complicated, but still it is quite, if you go through it, you will learn, you would know what it is. There is no price that can be placed on peace of mind. Our advanced security systems will protect the well-being of your family so that you can sleep soundly at night. Another example, he has a track record of success with this company, culminating in some of our most acclaimed architecture to date, in earning us firm of the year 9 times in a row. So please identify which mode it is. This is for your practice. Another one, more than 100 peer-reviewed studies have been conducted over the past decade, and none of them suggests that this is an effective treatment for hair loss. I repeat, more than 100 peer-reviewed studies have been conducted over the past decade, and none of them suggests that this is an effective treatment for hair loss. Please identify which mode it is. So this was our today's session. In next session, we will be learning the art of storytelling, the technique of storytelling writing. This technique of writing a story, uh, what are the elements of a story and how you can incorporate them into a story. So we will be learning that, and we already have conducted detailed sessions which were in the form of webinars, where you can see and watch the details of all these sessions in detail. Till then, see you in the next session. Thank you.